Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome. Today we are diving into the topic that is so present recently, expanding. Because the end of the year is arriving and we continue to expand. This year has been really crazy. But after all of the things that happen within ourselves in our lives, it's time to expand. And it's time to keep expanding and to keep growing. Great things do not happen for those who are waiting for the things to come to them. You must expand in order to get those things. Are you waiting for something? Are you comfortable? Are you safe but not growing? Expansion often asks us to move, to feel uneasy, to do something about it, instead of waiting. Instead of being there in the comfort, instead of being there and feeling the way we feel, we need to feel a different way in order to expand, to move, to stretch. I am reading a book called Call of the Wild. It's a very interesting book. It talks a lot about in the body. It talks about a lot about how to expand as a mindset. It talks a lot about expanding in the body, feeling instead of only thinking. We talk a lot about the mindset and how, okay, that's how it is. You're going to do this and you're going to do that, but how does it feel in our bodies? And in the book, she mentions that we don't allow ourselves to feel good, that in our society, we are not allowing ourselves to feel good here in the present moment. We're always kind of like delaying it. Oh, because when I do this, when I do that, blah, 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 then I will feel good. But whenever you have, let's say, thoughts of worrying, I'm saying this because that's currently what happens with me, is that I start worrying about things that are actually not a threat. So every time that I'm feeling good and then there's a thought that threatens me, I think to myself, okay, am I safe in this moment? Am I safe? Let's just sit in this feeling good a little bit longer. Let's expand a little bit longer. Let's sit here for as long as I can. We'll expand. We'll feel good because this worry is just a worry. The house is not burning. There are no burglars. There's not going to flood or anything. Of course, be mindful of all those options. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. And you do yourself a favor when, instead of thinking about all those potential threats, and you allow yourself to expand and to feel good for 10 more minutes, 10 more hours, 10 more days. When you expand, and I say expanding literally, because expanding in your skills, expanding in your relationships, expanding in your places, it all demands that you perform some kind of action and you get yourself to go somewhere else physically. Of course, you could be sitting at your computer or reading something, and that will make you expand, but that is also a form of movement. And then we have the pain, that are growing pains, and we have the pain that is not necessary for growing. Because sometimes we keep being stuck. We know we're doing something and we keep choosing that thing over and over again and we suffer. That is the unnecessary pain. But if you're doing a workout, if you're choosing to start a new habit, that is the growing pain. That's the pain that feels really, really difficult, but it's taking you somewhere. And growth most of the time is not a solitary thing, because you will encounter people in your journey that are not part of your circle, and that's extremely important because they will validate the idea of I'm going there, I'm here on this journey, I'm here on this path, I see you, I see you, I see you, you're like me. And then as your world expands, your relationships and your discomfort will expand, and the people that are around you, they can choose to expand with you or not, but you will be fine because you're going to have expanders in your life that are showing you, like I said. What happens if you don't expand? If you're wanting to expand but you don't because you're caught up in fear, well, then you're going to miss opportunities. Your talent will be unfulfilled and you're probably going to feel stuck. I'm not going to get into the reasons why you might not expand, because it's not that simple sometimes. But what we are looking here, it is to expand. So let's cover that. So you will want to identify one area that you're stagnant, that you feel safe but you're stagnant. And then you're going to invite discomfort. You're going to set yourself a goal of, I'm going to expand, I'm going to feel everything that is going on in my body. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out the discomfort, and I'm going to feel it and I'm going to reflect about it. And I'm going to keep repeating that until it becomes the norm. Let's say what I am working at the moment is to expand on feeling good. So I continue to do this, and I'm going to keep doing it and stretching it for a little bit longer. If I feel guilty, I will expand and I will shrink the guilt. And I'm going to keep expanding on feeling good. And your heart, you will feel it in your heart. You will feel it on your chest. The fear and the excitement. Probably you're going to feel the fear before you do it. And once you finish, you will feel excited. It's a good sign if that happens to you. Great things do not come for waiters. They come to expanders. What are you willing to feel today? What are you willing to expand, to stretch, to invite the growing pains to your life? Let's do this together. Tell me in the comments down below, what are you expanding on? If you want to, if you don't want to, that's okay. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.